Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. My name is Spanj. Welcome back to REFORGED Eden. Another Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you're doing well this January. We're warping right now. I am heading towards a moon that's in my local system to place down some auto miners because, well, I very much need the resources on this moon. This one has pentaxid and Promethean deposits, and I'm hoping that I can establish auto miners on those bad boys in order to have a sustained income of pentaxid and Promethean. I actually have, how many do I have? Where did I put them, first of all? In the MISC box. 4 auto miners at the moment. I'm going to need more. I'm going to need lots more auto miners, preferably. I'm here at the Barren metal planet, because I think this Barren metal and its moon are probably going to be where I'm going to set up most of the auto miners. Now, the Barren metal planet is an interesting little beast, because a lot of the important or rare deposits will be guarded by Xeraxian scumbags and their anti-aircraft POIs and stuff. Now, I know I can take them on because the terrain around it is amazing, and you can just sort of hide and pop up and blow them to hell, and then, you know, you can get to the deposit and stuff. But still, son of a Promethean drone port. Okay, pentaxid and Promethean deposits right next to bases. Except there are 2 pentaxid deposits just over here. Fantastic. This is the great thing about moons. They're so very small that you could almost certainly find a deposit. Oh, it is dark, isn't it? Deposit that is not guarded by bloody POIs. Now, the pentaxid deposits are always going to be very small on a moon. That is just the way, which is going to lower our yield. But I think 2... I'm not even sure 2 is even necessary. 1, I suspect, auto miner on a pentaxid deposit is probably going to yield me more pentaxid than I can shake a stick at. I am going to require a lot of pentaxid over the course of the rest of the series, of course. But yeah, these things really do dredge up a lot of pentaxid after a few days of running. So I'm gonna have to keep sort of coming down and refueling it, and so on and so forth. But that should be fine. I've got an EVA and a radiation boost on, so I should be able to wander around on the surface here with relative impunity. Doesn't appear to be any drones around or anything, which is lovely. Yeah, this should dredge up a lot of sort of pentaxid for me, plenty for me to use, I think. Let me just connect to the old MISC box here. I'm going to need a chunk of fuel as well. And this is a very nice little divot for auto miner to go into, really, isn't it? Okay. I don't know if I've got the Wi-Fi in order to go down there, and I can't access it via the drone, which is brilliant. Alright, there we go. We'll allow faction access as well. So what this is a 30% source quality. It's going to dredge up 120 per hour. Now, bearing in mind, this will continue running while I'm fast asleep in real life, because it's a multiplayer server. Now, you don't have that luxury on single player. On single player, once you stop the game, this thing stops working. On multiplayer, this thing is going to run until it runs out of fuel. I come back here and top the fuel up again. Now, the ultimate plan on what I intend to do with this moon and barren metal planet is build little teleport bases, well, little outposts around each kind of deposit that I hold. I would like a little sort of junk CV at each one that you could use to transport all the stuff that they dig up and refuel them from, but I think that might be a little bit unrealistic and unpractical. It would be nice, but I suspect what I'm going to have to do is just do exactly what I'm doing now and fly to them, refuel them, pick up the ores, put it in the CV, and then fly to the next one, and so on and so forth. There is no real quick way to manage lots and lots of auto miners. It is just a chore, really. You have to go around and pick them all up, which is, I suppose, fair enough. You are getting a lot of resources for very little kind of mining effort. Yeah, that is the nature of auto miners. So swings and roundabouts. But the good news is that I now have a sustained income of pentaxid. Let's see now if we can find one of Promethean. There's a Promethean deposit but it is guarded by a recon base. It's only level 1, but these things regenerate. Unless I take every single block out of it, like destroy it to the ground, remove every block, only then will it not regenerate. Let's see if we can first of all find another Promethean deposit that's perhaps unguarded by something. There's a lot of Xeraxian scumbags around here, but I'm sure something, there must be one around here that is not surrounded in POIs, and we'll just auto-mine that one instead. And there we go, a small Promethean deposit just over here. Now, small Promethean might not even be worth the fuel. There will be large Promethean deposits out there and stuff, but I suspect they're going to be on bastard planets. They're going to be more of a pain in the ass to get to. So I am going to have my small Promethean deposit. It shall do nicely, thank you very much. And now on the Barren metal planet itself, I would imagine there is probably a medium or maybe larger Promethean deposit down there. And we do need to go down there and have a little look-see around. I have the Cargo Frog armed to the teeth now, so theory, I should be able to take out those defenses and plant some auto miners. But once again, those bases regenerate, so I'd have to do a little rundown on the Barren metal planet, I think, to kind of maybe spot some areas that I could possibly set up a series of auto miners and permanently remove the Xerax presence from. Oh, it's a little bit higher than I thought. Put it on top of this little peak here. There's like a little beacon, an auto mining beacon. I don't know, you guys might know in the comments, but I don't think it does. I don't know if, like, the closer you place these to the deposit, the better the source quality. I don't think it matters how deep it is, really. Source quality 48, 200 per hour, so I think that should be fine. Now obviously eventually I want to be filling these up with fusion cells, because then they run for twice as long, and you get even more. Now I don't have the kind of supply chain at the moment to do fusion cells a lot. I need water generators on a planet somewhere, and so I do plan on setting up. There is an arid planet here, and there is a brooding temperate planet over here. The brooding temperate is large, which is a bit of a pain. The arid is medium. Both will have water on them. The arid will have obviously less, but you know, it's water at the end of the day. And I could set up a little water base there with a ton of water generators, but again, even if setting up a teleport network between various bases I put around here, I'll still need a CV to transport the water back to headquarters, the main base back at Epsilon here, and then put it into sort of production of fusion cells. So I mean, I'm going to have a little triangle of production here between the Promethean, getting the water. I might even have more Promethean auto miners on this planet as well, because, well, there's Promethean deposits there. But I figured this moon was a good place to start, because it's Promethean and Pentaxid in one place, and Pentaxid only really occurs on moons. Now around here, not on all of them, because I thought originally that maybe the brooding temperate had a moon. The local moon that I'm around, brooding temperate doesn't have a moon, sorry. I thought the local moon that I was in the same system as me would have Pentaxid, but it doesn't. It's a varnished moon, and it's rich in copper or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I gotta set up a little water production, I think, on the arid planet. And then once we get starting a lot of water coming through, a lot of hydrogen and stuff like that, then we can start really pumping out fusion cells. But we're still going to need more than one Promethean auto miner. Never mind. Okay, so there we go. We've got a Pentaxid and a Promethean down here. Now there is magnesium here as well, but I think I'll reserve that. Is that on the Barren metal? Is that on the Barren metal planet? I think it is not. It is not on the Barren metal planet. It is not on the arid planet. There are asteroids of it in here, but they're guarded by a lot of Xerax Tavura class dreadnoughts, as is that one. These moons have it on there, but I mean, I'm just spreading it out then. The brooding temperate has magnesium. High chance of magnesium over there, so damn, it's a shame it's not on the arid, because then that would have been perfect. But there is a restrum on the brooding, so we're definitely going to have auto miners there, so I can put auto miners on the magnesium and the Arestrum there, so fine. Okay, lots and lots of plans for automating my resource collection, really, but the most important two are done. Promethium pentaxid, we're going to leave them now for a while and come back another time, and they will be full of lovely, lovely pentaxid and promethium. In the meantime, we can obviously manually mine them with the old Pioneer here. But yeah, this is going to help a lot. Now, today is a very special day because today is ship transfer day. Oh yes, today we get our new, brand spankingly new boat into the game, the RFO2 Ventress. Now, I have just picked up a bunch of ores, and what I do is I put them in input furnace and then turn a furnace on. Very, very simple. It goes off and puts them all in the ingots box. So I have actually started to accumulate a fair amount of extra ingots and things like carbon substrate, as you can see, on my sort of journey to get crap loads of resources. One of the reasons to crap loads of resources is not only because, okay, yes, the Ventress is ready to come in, but my next thing is the Vendetta, which is my combat ship. Now this is going to hopefully enable me to take down the targets in orbit around here, and start acquiring more tech. Like, well, one of the things I want is CPU extenders, large CPU extenders, because the Ventress, as we're about to see, is max CPU, but has a basic warp drive and a basic shield generator. So she has a lesser shield generator and warp drive than the Pioneer. And in order to upgrade those, I will need a CPU extender. So first of all, though, let's bring her in, because can I spawn that? Is that selected? What is going on with that? That's really weird. Okay, here she is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know which way to spawn her in. Backside first or side on, so that the solar panels can start charging. Let's park her side on to this station. Now, if you aren't up to date, if you didn't watch my chilling and building that I did last weekend, then you might not know that actually I plan on completely and utterly replacing this space station that I've sort of built here. Long story short, I wasn't happy with the overall sort of design that I'd made, and made a number of mistakes, and undoing mistakes on a large scale like this in survival mode is just not something I'm particularly interested in doing. So I've taken it into creative mode, and I'm rebuilding it in creative mode the way I should have done it from the start. But anyway, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you our new everyday capital vessel, the RFO2 Ventress, available in the workshop for you to download and have as your own if you wish, if you desire. This is CV I've been working on for a little while now, and I'm very, very excited to bring her in, because she is one hell of an upgrade, apart from the points I made just a second ago about the warp drive and stuff, which are actually a downgrade. Momentarily, I hope, a downgrade. But yeah, if you've not seen my chilling in buildings where I'm building this, yes, it is very, very heavily influenced by both Star Wars and Star Trek ship designs. And thanks to Vermilion's new 3x1 sloped block, I was able to get this beautiful slope hull at the front here, the gradient that it is at. Without that, it would be kind of a completely different shape, really. It would just not look like this at all. So, 4 nacelles, primary hull. The nacelles have got large thrusters in it, not the extra large. I definitely had a lot of challenges building this thing and balancing its thrust to weight ratio, which is why there's kind of these extra large thrusters sort of shoehorned into the hull there. They weren't there originally, but I needed to, in order to get out to 100 meters a second top speed, I just needed those extra 2 thrusters there. But yeah, she's not amazingly well armed, in fairness. Certainly a hell of a lot more armed than the Pioneer is, but still not battleship levels of armaments. And again, the quantum CPU extenders are going to help with that as well. So there's a lot of cannon turrets on here. instead of anything like more severe, because, well, CPU restrictions basically. But we have missile launchers, we have flat cannons, we have laser turrets, we have, like I say, cannons. We even have manual fire lasers for ripping shields down very, very quickly and getting those hull busting flak and missile turrets to work. So in theory, although completely untested, I just haven't had the time to test it in combat, but in theory she should be able to hold her own against most sort of medium to light targets in space. There are no heavy hitting artillery guns. She wouldn't be able to take on a Tavera, although I am hopeful that if, you know, an accident happens, she will be able to take some hits, at least for a while, and still be able to run. There are some redundancies in there. There are plenty of generators and fuel tanks and thrusters and stuff, and the core is in a reasonably safe, untargeted position, so we should be fine. We should be fine. Best laid plans, right? We should be fine. Okay, first of all, let's get some power in here and turn her on. Okay, power. That's going to consume a fair old amount of fuel packs there. We have power on. Lovely. Okie dokie. Power left. 80 hours with the thrusters running and everything, so pretty good fuel capacity. I've got to keep an eye on my oxygen here. What I might do then is top the oxygen up as well while I'm here. Oxygen, please. That just swallowed 17 large oxygen bottles. Pioneer, have you got some more oxygen bottles? 130, yes you do. Yeah, thank you very much. Have some of that. 73% O2. Lovely. Let's pressurize this baby as well then. Kablamo. Lovely. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So this is the SV hangar. Do you know what? Actually, I was starting in the wrong place here. Why is the signals not going off? Probably because I just powered her up, and I need to go out of the signal field and then back in again for it to trigger the top hangars. There we go. So, again, those of you that watched Chill in the Building, you just got a tour of this ship, but for those of you that haven't, I'm going to take you through again. There are two hangar bays. There's one at the top, and there's this lower one. This lower one is for HVs, and this ship can land. It can land very, very comfortably on planets of all shapes and sizes. I don't think it's capable of 4G. Just a quick look at the statistics. Oh, it doesn't really... this is with super lift switched off. It's got 250 meganewtons of... If we switch super lift on, we have 510 meganewtons of lifting thrust capacity. Now, I don't think that's quite enough for a 4G planet. It might be on dry weight, but certainly not with like cargo and stuff everywhere. So anyway, it should be good enough for anything under sort of 4G. Maybe I would probably say up to 3. I haven't had real time to test that a lot outside of the streams. But yeah, there are these large thrusters sort of tucked around. There's 4 large thrusters tucked in the walls of this hangar bay alone. So should be able to get off things quite easily. This is the hangar bay for HVs, big enough to take 1.5 demon tanks to that should be 320k. Something's gone wrong here. That one's 320. Where's that one not? I believe there was a symmetry mode. This is why I spawned things in before putting them on the workshop, because I find all the bugs with it. Yeah, I'll fix that. They should both be 320k SU, but there we go. And this is the SV hangar with another 2 320k SU containers here. This is enough room to store the cargo frog, the sky miner, and the surge in here, and still have room for another SV as well. There's a little shelf up there that's perfect for the surge to sit into. It slots in like it's like a glove. It's so snug. It's brilliant. And then we go into this very well lit corridor here. It is all of our constructors, which, you know, you could swap 2 out for deconstructors or 1 out for deconstructor. You've got small constructors here, ample ammo storage here, and then we go into which is where our farm will be once we add some grow plots to it, and thusly some plants. The grow lights are tucked away in the ceilings there, so there is plenty of room for the plants to do their thing here. Just obviously remove these truss blocks place the plants in there, and off you go. Down the sides here are sort of access points to fuel tanks, O2. We've got up here our outer airlock and a docking cockpit for the port side airlock, and there is an identical one on the starboard side as well. Just down here is our computer core, so all the extensions, core and shield generator are all in this room. Shield generators, remember, are not targetable, so it's separate from where the warp core is, which is on the other side over here, and so thusly should escape targeting, or purposefully targeting anyway. There's the warp core, pentaxid tank, some piping for all you pipe enthusiasts out there. This probably not somewhere I want to go. I think I might survive it, actually. My suit seems to be protecting me well. This is kind of the maintenance access into the warp core, and there's a thruster, gravity generator, and then this comes up. Yeah, that's hot in there. Probably shouldn't go in there unless everything's switched off. But then we get to a little engineering section up here, where we've got our warp core, detector, some more piping and deco stuff. So this deck is like a common area, is just above where the constructors are right now. There's a small sick bay here. We'll make sure Dr. Carl is settled in and happy in there. These elevators go back down to the SV hangar bay down there. But if we carry on down this corridor, we can actually get up to here through this little stairwell here, which is down by the constructors again. You don't need to go through the warp core, basically. We got access to left and right to some fuel tanks and stuff. And same on the other side. And then we've got crew quarters. So actually, the crew will now have some place to sleep. Have male and female quarters, plus my quarters, the captain's quarters, which are, you know, nice, bit Spartan. But I have a desk and everything. That's all good. A little bit of extra storage here. I've got a few extra like storage crates dotted around here, there, and everywhere for those bits and bobs that don't take up a lot of volume but take up an entire slot because they don't stack. And then the final deck up here is the bridge, and this is it. This is the bridge with a view over the main deck of the ship. Pilot seat, first officer. Other stations down below. And because quite often when I build ships like this, I don't really consider very often, and it's a kind of failing of mine really, the getting in and out of a ship quickly. Usually, well, sometimes I'll build a ship like this, and the Pioneer kind of has a bit of that where it's like, okay, you have to go all the way down the elevator through the hangar bay and out in order to get out of the ship. It can be a bit of a pain in the backside. So in this one I decided, well, I need, because the HV hangar is a long way down, so I need some kind of quick access to the bridge and the exterior of the ship. And this is going to be super useful for, well, A, getting into the SV hangar very quickly, or B, you know, stopping off at a trade station or one of those space POIs where I quickly need to whip out, grab something and come back in again. There is this rear access hatch onto the bridge here. So I have a very, very quick and easy access straight to the pilot seat and straight outside the ship, which is something quite rare for my builds, actually. Like I said, it's a bit of a failing of mine. Anyway, this elevator goes all the way back down to the SV bay, and then there's just a hangar right, and you've got another elevator that then takes you all the way down to the HV bay. And there we go. That is the Ventress. Pretty much it. It's not a big ship. In the grand scheme of things, and in some of the bigger builds that we see on the workshop, this is not a big ship. It is actually a fairly reasonably sized boat. Very much, I would categorize it as a mid-game vessel, even though it's max CPU. It's max CPU without any extensions. I don't know why this glass here is not reversed like that. I can't quite reach that other bit there. But yeah, that's a little bit of a better view down there into the hangar bay. You can actually see it. Yeah, it's max CPU, but it's not extended in any way, so it's quite a humble. I think it's quite a humble craft anyway. I mean, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing her in action in any case. So what we have to do now is all the sorts of transferring and stuff of Pioneer things, because the Pioneer is now going to be just a mining ship. I'm going to take it out into the local system, mine asteroids, bring it all the way back to October Outpost here. And that's it. That's the whole of a function. So things like having her input box here and stuff like that is not necessary. I could transfer things to the Ventress. I have already renamed a lot of the boxes to useful things like input consumables, blocks and devices, and so on and so forth. In fact, these are already connected to constructors. A few spare boxes that haven't been named yet, but I've got things like an overflow, small arms, spare parts, trade box for things that, like, you know, the liquor and stuff. So and a few more that haven't even been named as well. So spare ammunition box, you know, so I end up carrying a lot of random ammunitions that I pick up from POIs and stuff. So all that sort of stuff. Now, again, downstairs with the constructors, I haven't decided yet whether I need it or not, but I could swap one of these out very easily for a deconstructor. And we can have one of the boxes as a deconstructor in or out or whatever. So we can do all sorts of stuff with it. But yeah, what I need to do now is a bit like kind of fuel her up and stuff. I've got the October Outpost busy working on ammunition. If we go into, where the hell did I put it? It's all in here. So we've got a fair amount of ammo. I think I need the Mark 240 laser charges as well for the manual fire lasers, but and some standard 5.8 rounds for its sentry guns. But I'm going to sort ammo out, I'm going to sort fuel, pentaxid out, I'm going to transfer the consumables from Pioneer, and then we're going to transfer the crew over as well. So I'm going to go and disappear for a second and go and do most of the boring stuff there, and then we'll come back with settling the crew in. Okay, so first of all, number one, we're going to need you on the bridge. When you're in a nice command position. Right there. Lovely. Dr. Carl. Well, actually, I suppose we should probably put our ops manager somewhere around here, shouldn't we? Okay, fine. Gerald. Where can Gerald go? I can see him on the floor. Like that. No, I suppose. Put him here. Oh, great. He's going to be looking at me the whole time. Maybe over there, then. Look that way, Gerald. That's it. Attaboy. I mean, welcome. Welcome, Gerald, to your new ship. Do you like your new ops position? There you go. You got your ops console and your tactical screens all there to do your job. No, I know you can't see out the window very well. But that's just the layout of the bridge. Well, no, because that's where the first officer goes. You can't go up there, and I'm over there. Well, you want to go in that corner, do you? What, face the wall? No, because you need you looking at the console, not looking out the window. Shut up. That's where you're going. All right. No. Stop it. I'll put you back on the Pioneer. Keep that up. Jesus, ungrateful swine. Anyway, Dr. Carl. I hope there's enough room in here for Dr. Carl. I'm sure there was. He could be. There you go. Dr. Carl, face the wall. What do you think of your new sick bay, Dr. Carl? Well, yes, it's not very big, but it's functional, and it's an actual sick bay, not just, you know, part of a garden. It'll do. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you're really happy with it. No, I can't add a window in here. It's inside the ship. It's probably the most well-protected room in the ship. You should be happy with your new sick. Look, I've even put wood paneling on the wall to give it a homely feel. Yes, the rest of it does look like a sterile lab because it's a sick bay. Ah, my lord. Welcome to the Ventress, Dr. Carl. I can't seriously understand these people. Oh, do you know what? We forgot to put Zan on the bridge. Is Zan good on the bridge, do you think? Is Zan bridge material? I mean, he's the head of security. I could put Zan up here, where Gerald wanted to go. That would really annoy him. That will really annoy him. Let's put Zan here. There you go. Because he's the head of security, Gerald. I need him by my side. He's so pissed off. He's so pissed off. I'm going to leave... good luck, Zan, with that one. Yep, good luck. Right, we have Gianna, our mechanic, obviously. needs to go in here, I think. Now, I did have Guyana down in the hangar bay before, but actually, we'll put her here in charge of the warp core. Look at this! What do you think? Yes, it is. It is not the upgraded warp core. No, I know you got used to the upgraded warp core in the Pioneer. Yeah, no, I plan to upgrade it. I just haven't got the parts yet. I need a CPU extender. Yes, I know it's archaic machinery, and you're... Just do what you can, please. Honestly, I move everybody into a nice, fancy new ship, and all I get is shit for it. Anyway, Darius is our last guy. Now, Darius is he's a guard. He's a good lad. He's a good guard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure where to put him though, and I don't want us to just stick him in the HV hangar bay all on his own. But I don't know where else to put him. So you could just put him in the common area, just sit around. What's up? So I'm not going to put him right at the bottom of the ship. I'll put him here, guarding the. There you go. Perfect. Guard the SV. Hey, Darius! Yes, I know. It's much bigger, isn't it? What do you mean you need help now? Well, it's just you. It's just you and this giant hangar bay, and you've got to guard this. And also, you see these doors here. Guard those as well because they lead down to the HV hangar bay. Now, when we're landed on a planet, Darius, you know, if we get boarders, they're going to come out of those doors. So, you know, yeah, it's a lot more square meterage to cover. Okay. Well, you just do your best. Just do your best. You know, you never know. We might find another guard somewhere. Maybe a lady guard to keep you company. You know what I mean? All right, you dirty bastard. Anyway, the crew is in. Begrudgingly, apparently. I just can't please this lot. Seriously, the demands are just... Anyway, the crew is in. I need to sort the garden out next. I have the outpost building some hydroponic steel grow plots. They are ready. Lovely. That's good timing. And now we just need to remove these truss blocks in order to put the grow plots in there. I think I've built enough. But yeah, I mean, I didn't include these in the blueprint because sometimes grow plots are a bit difficult to come by sometimes, and they're so easy to just put in here once you've got them. I thought, wow, you know, it might be more helpful to not have them in than have them in. Bingo. Look at that. Perfect number of grow plots. Okay, and so actually our seeds that we've got are not brilliant, but we can make more with the ones that we do have. So we're going to need some spice. We're going to need some pumpkins and some corn, I guess. Actually, I prefer wheat. Mushrooms, plant fiber, alien honey is kind of good, I guess. We got 3 pumpkins there. We got 4 bell peppers there. Eggplants yield 1 vegetable every 30 minutes. They're pretty poor, to be honest. I don't have any fruit sprouts. That's what I need. I need some like oranges or something. So I'm going to be on the lookout for oranges, I think. Right. So we got our input fridge there. Actually, I need to rename that one because I think it's just called large fridge at the moment. It is, yeah. Fridge in. And then we got a freezer, which should be fridge out. And then I need to move it all around. But yeah, it should be organized soon. Okay, so we'll have a row of spice up here. We'll have a row of vegetables here. Wheat. Shroomages. Plant fiber. And I don't need a lot of alien honey alien honey, so we'll start off with an alien honey, but we'll make the rest of this row like fruit. And there we go. I think that'll be a load. We don't need that much wheat, and we don't need that much spice, to be honest. So if I can get some bud sprouts as well, that'd be good. We should be sorted. But that'll do for now. Oxygen is running. This grow lights are on, so these guys should grow, and we should be good to go. The garden is a work in progress. But yeah, we'll get it sorted soon. Right. Ladies and gents, shall we man the helm? I think we're ready to go. The crew is on board. No, Gerald, you can't move. That's where you're staying. Look, you've got all your ops screens around you. It's brilliant. It's brilliant ops position. You have complete ops control. That's what you always wanted. You always complained about the lack of controls on the Pioneer. Now you've got an entire big starship to look after. Don't worry about Zan. Zan worries about Zan. Anyway. So... yes, I am probably losing my mind. Where do we go? Where do we go? Right, what we need to do is we need to start doing the Object 82 quest line in order to gain. So our mission at the moment is land on a decayed planet, which means going back through the progenitor gate that we opened up last time, landing on a planet, and we need a key in order to download. So we need a translation key basically, and the best way to get one of those translation keys quickly is to do the Object 82 quest line. Now, that's not a simple feat in itself because it means traveling a lot. So I think this is a Core 8 system. You need to find, there are planets dotted around. They are green stars, a bit like the Core systems, but they have names, and I can't remember the names. I'm probably going to have to look that up and come back to you on that one. But I suppose the best way, I mean, for me at the moment, the best way is to look for them. There's one. Yeah, Kimboyu. Now, if we head to Kimboyu, which is a whopping 301 light years away, with a standard warp drive, that's going to take us a little while. But Kimboyu here will lead us to another planet in the object chain that we can then search for. So the fact that we just found the first one is all we need to do. The rest we can search for. I mean, if you look carefully on the galaxy map, you can see green dots. They do stand out a little bit. So there's one just there, but they could be core systems or they might be these object systems. Without going to each one, it's difficult to tell. I think I saw one over there as well. There. So... we've got a lot of warping to do, a lot of travelling with a standard warp drive, which is 30 light years. But on the way, hopefully, we might be able to find somewhere to sell some liquor, because that's what I need to transfer, actually. Misk. We've got this trade box here, which is huge. So let's fill that with some liquor. Lovely. 334 tons of alcohol. And we have a whole another box of it there. As we travel, if we can find some trade stations, I'm going to see if we can offload some of this as we go. But I think as we sort of swing around the galaxy towards that one over there, if we have a look back at territories, we're going to be swinging around near Zirax territory, probably around the outside of it, and then we're going to be very close to Polaris territory, and that will be good. If we can go into Polaris territory, then we might be able to find some more places to sell liquor and make a bit more money. Why is that flashing up there? Did I lock that? Did I lock that by accident? Is that where we're going? Drama. No, it's not. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Must have locked it by accident. So, power up. Thrusters on. Let's get the shields charging. Power save is off. Shields charging. Our fuel tanks are full. We're going to obviously take advantage of station services. Power left went up then when the shields started charging. That's really weird. Oh, there we go. There it is. 18 hours of power. Let's get these shields charged. And then once they're at 100%, we will set off in the direction of whatever that planet was that I just found a second ago. That one over there. There was a green dot, wasn't there? Lost it now. I'll find it again. That's our first objective. I've decided one of life's little pleasures with the RFO2 Ventress already is docking it to stations. It sounds lame, doesn't it? But like, just the joy of lining up the docking ramps and the docking ports on the side of the ship with the stations is great fun. The RP value is genuine. It's brilliant. It's just like line the docking things up with the stations. There's some stations that are better than others as well. Like this one's not very good because it's kind of, where the hell am I going? It hasn't really got like docking arms. But there was a trade station I did a little while ago. It kind of looks like a stick figure of trade station. There's got proper docking hubs on it. There's like, yes, I can line this up perfectly. I just meticulously and very carefully line the ship up with docking ports. Turns out having dedicated docking ports on the side of your ship, you know, you just want to sort of play with them a little bit. I don't know. The novelty will probably wear off. It'll probably wear off. But for now, I'm having fun. So I realized something. I could actually get... I can't get the advanced shield generator, but I could actually get the advanced warp drive in and only just be over the CPU allocation. So I've come back. I've turned around and come back. I wasn't very far away anyway. So I'm going to swap the warp drive out from the Pioneer here. Put this basic warp drive back in the Pioneer. Oh, I know, darling. You hate it, don't you? He was like, no, I had such a beautiful warp drive. Now you're giving me a rubbish warp drive back again. Yes, I'm sorry. But you're not going very far, Pioneer. You don't really need it. You see, if I put the Pioneer's advanced warp drive in the Ventress, well, I can enjoy the 60 light year jump distance. And it's only over CPU, I think by about 2,000. About 2,000 CPU points. It's really not a lot. I am in the wrong side of the ship. Where the hell am I? So getting used to where the hell this thing is. Can't remember. Right, so there, yeah, port side. Port side is the computer core. Starboard side is the warp drive. It does fit in here. It does fit in here. So that's where it should be. Hang on. I've done something silly and left the shields on. That'll do it. Bingo. There she is. I'm cooking myself. Oh yeah, she radiates quite a bit more. So yeah, it takes us over CPU by 2,000. 99% efficient. I think I can live with it. I think I can live with it, guys. You know? I think I'll be alright. Still don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, as soon as we find a quantum extender, then we'll be fine. But, yeah, until then, we're going to have to just suffer 1% efficiency lost. Damn it! Ah, it's so bad. Never mind. Anyway, time to get back on the road, I guess. Okay. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Object 42, one of the object quests. This is in the, what is it? Kimbiu system. Now, I've waypointed the other systems. So, you're looking for Lisha, Zeratel, Kimbiu, which is where we are at the moment, and Prina. Those are the 4 systems for the objects. Once you've opened all 4 of those, you can head to Object 82, which is back at the starting system. It's back in the Rogue system starting sector. And that's where this sort of little quest line kind of culminates to. And there's lots and lots of loot stuff there. And somebody told me there's epic loot, epic armor there as well and stuff. But ultimately, we're here for the oodles and oodles and oodles of progenitor data that we're going to get from this and hopefully get translation key. Now, each one of these sectors may be guarded by a legacy patrol ship, so I have to be ready for that. That might happen. I don't think the Ventress here can take on a legacy ship at this time. It doesn't have a strong enough shield generator. Its weapons are, well, reasonably weak compared to legacy equivalents, and I don't want to scratch the paint. So if a legacy ship comes along, I may have to retreat and come back in a small vessel and try and play, well, what I did last season is I played cat and mouse with the damn thing, by hiding behind the object itself, and it can't shoot you if you're the other side of it, kind of thing. Yeah, it's just kind of fun, but also frustrating because I wish I could just blow those legacy ships out of the sky. Anyway, I hope that's what the Vendetta is going to be capable of doing when we bring her in. For now, let's just keep the Ventress safe and out of harm's way. Now, we'll know pretty soon, as soon as we approach this damn thing, whether it's going to call in reinforcements. It didn't always do it, so it seems to be a kind of RNG thing going on here, but yeah, it's a pretty unique and special looking bit of space, this, with the asteroid fields around this thing. Now, each one of these is a puzzle as well, so they got like 4 puzzles around the outside you got to solve in order to open the damn thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, weapon systems are opening up. I don't think I've configured the turrets. Well, I mean, they work. That's always good. But yeah, we don't want them doing anything other than turrets, please. Thank you. Do not waste the ammo. They put the sentry guns in different places now, and also those sentry guns shouldn't be active anyway because they're tied to the landing gears, so they shouldn't be opening. That's fine. They're not. Good. Okay, well, so far so good. I mean, you know, we've shot at it and it's not called for reinforcements. So that's something. Now, I don't know. I don't think... It might actually, you know. I was like, oh, I don't think it will fit in inside one of these rings, but nose in, it might actually be just fine. One thing to be aware of in these sectors is the radiation. There are 50 rads at the moment is being registered. I think we're good. I think we're good. There's no reinforcements. I'm good up to 28 rads. Okay. Could maybe stack another... Could see if I could stack another radiation boost on there. Armor mods. Huh, okay. Maybe not. Don't have any. Heavy armor does have some native, which is 6. It's not going to be enough. Okay, then the other option then is fridge out. Where are you? Fridge out. No, sorry. Consumables. Radiation immunity shots. Pop them over. Still no patrol ship, so I'm going to assume one isn't coming. Okay, we're going to get cold as well. We're going to be cold and radioactive. Okay. The cold, yeah, we might have to just deal with. Okay, so yeah, these are the sort of puzzles we get. Basically, quick math and stuff like that. So, good to have a little calculator nearby, or a sort of binary to... a binary to decimal converter or something. I think 1491. Lovely. Good. Okay, don't need to cancel that. We're gonna freeze. We're gonna freeze. Ah! I don't know what to do about a cold. Minus 270. Obviously, the radiation immunity shots can protect me from the radiation. So maybe I can... Does stacking EVA boost work? Okay, so with two EVAs, I'm good up to minus 395. But man, do I move slowly. It's fine though. I've still got a minute of EVA of radiation left, and then I have to take another shot. But that's fine. I'm going to keep okay. We've got one puzzle done. Still no reinforcements. What's the other puzzle? So here we go. Binary conversion then. 8614. Lovely. Okay. Oh, no, need to switch the damn thingy. Does this new thing of asking for the code again when you exit a door. It's really weird. Leave them open. Second through 5th digit of pi. So, what's pi? 1415. And then the last and final door is 765 multiplied by 5. 3825. Bingo. Lag. And then in here we should have a little terminal. Download 276. The bookmark is been out for the Leisha system. You can also search Leisha. A terminal contains a key and is showing a set of coordinates. Download coordinates, take key and reward, exit. The key and reward is some flawed data chips and a progenitor key 3. Oh, and some extensions, it would seem. Lovely. Okay. Where's the ship? There she is. I've got 1 minute of radiation immunity left. So that's it. That's pretty much what all the object puzzles are like. And like I say, it depends on RNG as to whether you get some reinforcements there as well, I think. Actually, I'm going to take this double EVA boost off. It is just killing my mobility. And once you've opened all 4, you can then get into Object 82. Okay. Moving on to the next one then. So that's object 1. Take key and reward. And this... Where is it? There it is. Is object 80... Not 82. What object is this? I can't remember. Object 276. That's the one. Around the Leisha system. Here we go. Object 13. The last one. And then it's going to take us back to object 42 again, which we've already done. I'll download the coordinates anyway, whatever. And there we go. That is all of the objects outside. So that's all the objects that you need to go around in order to get the keys to object 82, which is back in the rogue system. So that's where we're going to go to next. So, like I said, the rogue system is actually all the way back at the starter planets. Here we've got Alpha, Delta, Beta, Epsilon's here as well somewhere. And the rogue system is actually one of the starting worlds here is the rogue, I think, or dark rogue, I can't remember. But just over there is object 82. This is actually probably where you're first, if you start the object 82 missions from the UCH commander right at the beginning, this is probably where you go first, and then you'll quickly find out all the doors are locked, and you need the keys that we've been connecting. I now have keys 1 through to 4, so we can now go back, well, go to object 82 in this case, and unlock it. Object 82 is significantly bigger than its smaller counterparts. And you're going, once you get inside, you are going to need Wi-Fi. So I'm going to headbutt the damn thing with my ship in order to get as much Wi-Fi coverage inside that thing as possible. Never mind, I think it's like 400 meters across or something ridiculous. So we're probably going to struggle to some extent. What I might do is park cargo frog on the other side, perhaps, and then hopefully we'll have either the cargo frog or the ship in Wi-Fi range at some point. You're going to need your radiation immunity shots again. It's a 100 rads outside. And don't forget the keys. You're going to need those. So, yeah, Object 82 looks a bit like this. Headbutted these doors directly. And I think these terminals actually give you the directions to Object 1 and so on and so forth. So you can get all the locations from here. Open the hangar doors. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if that's going to consume my key. Yeah, it's already consumed key 2. And then we activate 1 and 2. And then we go to do the other doors, all the other doors on the other side. And then when you activate the last switches here, you should hear an explosion. Bingo. And there will be an entrance now open on the top of the damn thing. It is big and you're looking for the big blue glowy hole here. And there we go, we're in. Do this whole thing in the jetpack, unless you've got an SV that can fit down here, of course. And I think that's it. Terminal access progenitor database. Receive reward. Reward has been placed in your inventory. That's 1 epic armor, 4 pristine data chips, and some optronic relays and stuff. I am out of Wi-Fi even within the middle of this thing, but not by much, fortunately. But yeah, I can just obviously lob all that over there. We can sort it out later. Now that's not all of it. Well, I think Raven has perhaps. Oh, it doesn't actually look like he has. I thought for a second he'd nerfed the loot in here, but I don't think he has. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Oh yes, we have a backup. We have one already. I managed to get from, I can't remember where we got it from now. I think it was one of the POIs I did off camera. Anyway, that's going to be a nice replacement for when that one wears out. Lovely job, lovely. I'm just going to show you guys the epic containers in here, because the rest of them I think are all basics. So, you know, lots and lots of goodies, but nothing particularly exciting. But I think there's an epic. Is there an epic on each stand? I don't think there is. I think there's just that one at the top, isn't there? Oh look, there's another one. Another one down here, look. What we got? Okay, yeah, not bad. Some goodies. nothing to write home about, but some goodies nonetheless. And there are, down behind these generators, some more goodies. Let me just get back to Wi-Fi and offload this stuff I just picked up. Yeah, it might be worth a sort of... I need 2 EVA boosts to survive the temperature, but it might also be worth a transportation boost if you've got one, so that you can loot a little bit more freely in here. There is a lot. Small bridges and stuff. Lovely. That's another epic container. That's a normal one with some golden and zirconium. I'll need to have an empty inventory for that one. And this last one is another epic. Oh yeah! Thank you very much. A plasma rifle. Well, lovely. That's just delicious. Delicious. Lovely. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there are any more loot containers in here. It is bloody difficult to tell. Even with night vision, everything is so jet black because of the Xeno blocks in here. So just look everywhere, and you'll find some loot, I think. Right, hang on. There's some more up here I forgot about. I wonder if there's any more epics here. There's just so much loot in here. It's crazy. It's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. I think these are all commons. And we got a epic there. Some auto miners. Lovely. I needed those. And any more up here? Yeah, there's one here. Oh, lovely. Always good. Always good. And that's, I think, it. I don't think there are any more epics. The rest are common loot boxes. So there's still some good stuff in here. You know, elemental pentaxid in that one. Nothing. There's just nothing in that one at all. What a load of rubbish. Stuff you can trade, stuff you can sell. You know, bits and bobs. Oh, we done that one. Yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna loot this, and then we're gonna head over to UCH ship and turn in all that data. Once you've got your pristine data chips and the rest of your data chips, the encrypted and otherwise, enough to make basically 100 terabytes, you want to take them back to this guy again. I'd like to turn in data chips. Pristine, please. A few times. Oh yes. 49 terabytes of data. Let's go with something else. Data chips, I'd like to flawed. 5 of the buggers, then 1 of the buggers, and then again. And we're up to 89 terabytes now. Encrypted. 10 of those, please. 1 of those, and we're at 100. We're actually at 101. Very nice. So, I'd like to use a research to create a progenitor artifact key. Yes, please. 100 terabytes. Yes. Using information, blah, 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 blah. We've been able to replicate translation key. It should grant you access to progenitor computer systems. If you need another, turn in more data chips. Thank you. Goodbye. So, now we have progenitor translation matrix. This is what we need in order to access the progenitor interface data on a decayed planet. I'm also, while I'm here, going to sell my technical artifacts to this guy. I'm now up to 2.8 million credits thanks to all that selling and data and stuff that I've been turning in. So that's wonderful, which is great. So now with this badger, we can continue our mission, land on a decayed planet, and download the progenitor interface data. Because do you remember, it's told us we needed a translation key in order to access the computer. Wonderful. Which does actually mean we now need to travel all the way back to progenitor space, which is, considering where we've ended up exactly where we started this whole thing, we now need to go all the way back over here, and back up to there. Back to our Pioneer that is currently parked here, waiting for us, and then off into a decay gate somewhere around here. But it occurs to me that while I'm here, there is another story that we haven't finished yet that we might be able to do instead. So I think it was this one, Aresti Zeta, which I have waypointed, I think. There it is, 259 light years over there. The Dead mission part 2, which means we have to go to, I don't know, it's a sector over towards the center of the galaxy, so it's over there somewhere. 200 or so light years away, but we're a hell of a lot closer to it now than we are if we're over there. So while we're here, I think in the next episode or episode or two, we're going to try and do Maveth. But that is going to be all for today, ladies and gentlemen. The Ventress is here. We're in. The crew is settled in, apart from Gerald, who's still being annoying. Everybody else is happy. And we have a progenitor translation matrix. At long last, the Object 82 missions is definitely the quickest way to get one of these bad boys. And then we've also got epic heavy armor as a result, which is mucho awesomeo. So, all good. All good news. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.